All right, so let's try our hand at questions 11 through 20. All right, yeah, let's do that. 11 through 20. So I'm gonna go back here to my testy test. So I'm gonna erase this answer here. We're not gonna cheat and look and see what it is. So this one says open revolve IPT. So I'm gonna go to my Inventor. I'm gonna close out of this one. I'm not gonna save it, no. I'm gonna open revolve. That's kind of funky. And then what does it want us to do? Create a model using the revolve command and the geometry present. Reference the y-axis for the revolve. All right, so basically we're gonna revolve that funky looking shape around the y-axis. So I'm gonna go up to revolve. It's already selected my funky shape profile. So for my axis, I'm going to revolve this around the, what does it say? Let me make sure. Revolve it around the y-axis. I'm going to revolve it around the y, which is here. Revolve it around the y-axis. I'm going to hit OK. So there's our funky shape. So I'm going to hit the home button to kind of look and see what we got. So now it says, what is the surface area of the resultant model? So for the surface area, I'm going to go to, I'm going to left click on the revolve, the very top one up here, and then right click, eye properties, physical. I'm going to hit the update. So the surface area is 10.207. 10.207. Let's see if that's right. 10 point, doesn't, I don't remember that being what it was. 10.207. Hit the next. Yeah, we got it right. Ooh, I was like stressing out. Okay, we did get that right. Continue. Now it says, what are we gonna do? What is, open the work feature IPT. Let me close out of this first. Close, no. Open work feature. And then what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do next? We're going to create the bridge in the part as shown. Use a sketch shown in the view. Create the bridge on a work plane 2 inches down inside the box from the opening. So that plane is going to be 2 inches down from the top. So let's do that first. I'm going to create, first of all, I want to get this thing. I guess it doesn't matter, but I'm going to flip this baby around. This is a waste of time, isn't it? If I look at this corner here, now I right click, I'm going to make this my home view. Fit to view. I'm going to make this my my front. So right click, set that as front. Now I can click this. I mean, that step probably wasn't necessary, but anyway, so I'm gonna create a plane. So I'm gonna go to offset from plane here. I'm gonna offset from this top, and then I'm gonna go down to -2 inches. I think that's what they said, -2. So, and then we're gonna create kind of a rectangle that's 3 inches off the bottom, and then it's 0.5. Right, so I'm gonna go back to, this one is a real time killer. So I'm gonna go to start 2D sketch on this plane that I made. I'm gonna draw a rectangle. From one side here to the other. I'm going to dimension it from here to here. I think they said that was 3. That is 3. And then this is gonna be Where am I at? Where am I at? The 0.5. 0.5. Hit that. And then I want to finish that sketch. I want to extrude it, extrude depth of 0.25. And then what is the surface area? I'm going to get rid of this answer here. I'm going to extrude it down 0.25. So I'm going to extrude it down 0.25, 0.25. It really doesn't matter what you extrude that down as because they're looking for the top surface here. So I'm just going to select this top surface. I'm going to click on my inspect measure. So that top surface is the area is 2.750. So 2.75. I don't need the 0 because it's only asking me for 2 decimal places back here. So 2.75, hit the next. Cross your fingers. Oh yeah, we got that right. Yeah. All right, so then, let me get rid of this. This is open pattern IPT. So I'm gonna close out of this, save it, no. Open pattern IPT. Let me back to that one again. Let's see. Create a view representation of the current view. A view has already been created. Use the next default. What is the default name for this view? So yeah, the first time I saw this, I was like, this one like really like had me like, what? Because this is not something that I've done a lot in the course of our classes. So a view representation, and then you're going to create a new view, and then what is the next default? So I'm going to go back to my drawing here. So the views are up here. So this is the view representation. So if I want to create a new view, I would kind of right click on this one and go to new. And then the one that it creates next is called view 2. And there's no space in between any of that. So it's view 2. So if I type in view 2, just like it shows there. I don't know if all caps will work, but I just want to make sure you just type it in exactly what that is, just to be safe. And then hit next. And then we got that right. So we got that one. And then the next one that says, let me uncheck these. I think I've already done this. So it says, which of the following options are available when launching a new project? So when you open up a new project, you get the option to either create a new single user or you can create a vault project. Creating a new project. Let me see if I can demonstrate that. So if I want to create a new project, so let me get out of here. Let me close this. Save no. So if I want to go to a new project, let me close Inventor altogether. And then let me start Inventor here. So that's brought me back to right where I was. So if I want to go to new, if I want to go to file, new, or a new, if I want to go click on a project, new project. So I'll go to projects, new. See, here's where I went through a whole lot of stuff for nothing. So whenever you want to create a new project, these are the two types that your two options are: new single user or a new vault project. So that's why you click single user, vault project. All these other ones, nope, leave them alone. Hit next, and we got that one correct. All right, moving on. So open parameters IPT. So I need to go back and open parameters IPT. I need to go back to, let me cancel out of this. Let me get out of that. Let me close out of this. I'm going to go to my folder here, open parameters. So I'm going to go to parameters here, double click it. This way I'm back in my files here. All right, so change the diameter of the master hole to 8.165. This one here is also, it's kind of tricky and frustrating me. So it says change the diameter of the master hole to 8.165. So the master hole, I'm gonna go back, open my Inventor. So the master hole, this is like, these are the patterns. So these are not the, none of these are the master holes. The master hole is the one that's hole number 1, right? So that's your master hole. When you highlight over it, you see it light up over there in the red. So if you change the diameter of that, so I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna go to where you see edit feature. And now I'm gonna create, what's it say? Change the diameter to 8.165. 8.165. So down here, 8.165. And then I'm gonna click OK. Then what does it ask us to do? It says, what is the parameter name of the master hole? So the parameter name of the master hole. All right, parameter name of the master hole. So I'm gonna go back to my drawing. So to get to the parameters, up here at the top where you see the f of x, those are the parameters. So I'm gonna click that to open up my parameters box. Look for the hole number 1, and that's the 1.165 that we changed the dimension to. So the parameter name, that's going to be D14. I think the parameter name is D14. Let's cross our fingers. Click next. Oh yes, we got that right. So that one's a little bit tricky. I'm not going to lie. I don't really use parameters a whole lot. So hit continue. Open dim types drawing. What type of dimension controls geometry? So open dim types drawing. I already know this without even looking, but I'm going to close this. No. Open dim types drawing. This one. Oh, what is that? I don't even know what is that? I didn't open it last time. That's why I never saw that answer before. I'm just gonna, I don't know. Open dim types drawing. I want to know what template. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But, what type of dimension controls geometry? So a driving dimension. A driving dimension controls geometry. So I'm just gonna hit next. We got that. So that it's kind of self-explanatory, right? I'm gonna click on continue. I'm still not sure why I got this funky error here. It says resolve link. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's cancel out of that. All right, so then this says, this one is a little bit tricky as well. It says open shared sketches IPT. Open shared sketches IPT. Did that. All right, then it says share the sketch for the circular cutout. Use the sketch to complete the part shown. So this circle kind of goes, like, it kind of extends all the way to this face here. So share the sketch for the circular cutout. So this circular cutout is going to be, it's extrusion 6. So if I open this up to the sketch, that sketch is the one they want us to share. So I'm going to right click, go to share sketch. And now I can extrude this bad boy. I want to extrude this all the way to here. I'm not sure that's exactly how they did it, but it gets you to to the right answer. So I'm going to cut it. I'm going to go to, click 2. So I want to extrude that to this piece here. I'll flip this around, you can kind of see. So on mine, it kind of cuts back behind these, and theirs it doesn't. But what they're looking for is they just want to know what the surface area of this little plane here is. So if I click that and then go to manage or tools, click my little measure sticky thingy. So that area is 2.721. And so here is going to be 2.721. Hit next. Yay, we got it. All right, so then open sketch constraints. Let me get rid of this. Open sketch constraints, IPT. So I'm going to close that. Save, no. Open sketch constraints, this one. So here what they want to do, they want you to, we're going to edit this sketch. So I'm going to click here, I'm going to right click, edit sketch. I'm going to start, you want to start here and kind of work your way around clockwise and kind of straighten these lines out. So I'm going to click on the horizontal constraint and click this line. And then for this one, I'm going to click on the vertical constraint and straighten it. And then here, I'm going to go back to my horizontal constraint, make it straight. This one is already straight, but I just want to show you what it does. So if I click vertical constraint and click that, it tells you that it's going to over constrain it, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to hit cancel. And then what they want you to do is what is the length of this line right here? So I'm going to go to tools, measure, and then that's 1.137. So I'm going to type in 1. Oh, it says round to 3 decimal places. So 1.137. It's already 3 decimal places here. See? Hit the next. All right, we got that. Yay. And then here, a couple more questions on this one. Open rectangular pattern IPT. Let me finish this sketch. I actually got to close out and not save it. I want to open rectangular pattern, this one. And then it says we're going to create a rectangular pattern from the existing hole, array the hole in a 5x3. So it's 3 this way and then 5 deep back that way. And then the spacing is 1. So 5x3 spacing is 1. Okay, so I'm going to create my rectangular array. So my feature is going to be this hole here. And then, so I'm going to pick the direction. And these always confuse me, not going to lie. So I'm picking this arrow. I'm going to click this side of our edge. And it's going back this way. So I need 5 of these. So I'm going to type in 5 here. And then for the other direction, I'm going to click the arrow here. I'm going to click, just click this back side here. And I want this to be I'm going to flip this to the other side. And then I want that to be 3. So basically we have our 3x5. If it goes the wrong way, just click the flippy thingy and it flips it over. Then you just type in how many rows or columns you want. The spacing is 1, so we don't need to change that. And then hit OK. And then it says, what is the surface area of the tiled surface? So what's the surface area of this top face here? So I'm just going to click on the top face. I can click on Tools, Measure. So that is 39.264. 39.264. 39.264. Next. Yay. Okay, so continue. Open holds. Let me get rid of that. Let me close out of here. Save changes, no. open holes, this one. All right, so this one says, change the small hole of the plate to counterbore. Make counterbore a 1-inch diameter, 0.125 deep. So to change it to counterbore, I'm gonna need to figure out which one that is. So that one is, it's hole number 2. So I'm gonna right click, I'm gonna go to edit feature, and I'm gonna change it to a counterbore, which is the second one here. And then what dimensions did it say? The counterbore has a 1-inch diameter, 0.125 deep. So this is a 1 inch, up here is 1 inch diameter. And it's 0.125 deep, 0.125 deep. Hit OK. And then it asks you what the top surface area is, I do believe. Yeah. So whatever happens down here doesn't matter. As long as you got this outer perimeter cut right, then we're going to be good. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to go to my tools, measure sticky. So the area of that is 44.073. 44.073. 44.073. See if we got it. Next. Yay. All right. So, all right. So that was question 10 through 20. So we'll stop there. I'll make another video for the last 10 and then we'll be good to go. All right. Peace.